I'm sliding with it. Better see me now, oh God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On first down, Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Leonard Williams gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Luck on 1st down. And a completion to Wilson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Looking to throw again on second down. Luck, his throw incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Shady weapon. Hey, switch gears. Get it.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Topper! Shoot!
They run with a former Eagle and Dolphin, Jay Ajayi. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Locke. Going deep here for Parker. And this will be caught at the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
675. 50 to 1. Got one.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 24, Luck. They'll set up the screen to McCoy.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. McCoy. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. LaShawn McCoy. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And a big loss this here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable for Grant. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down, Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Push him back. Push him back. Check. Alert.
Now a first down throw, Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
11Z. Go. Check right. Watch 55. I'm on. You better bring it. 55 is my guy. 55. I got it. Crawl. Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the five.
On second and 10, Locke. Under pressure, and down he goes. Locke is sacked. Dayon Buchanan charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Crawl. Hey, orbit.
Third and long, it's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. And watch that. And watch the ball. X3. 218. Chop it.
They run with Ajayi. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Bravo. You draw corkers. Get it.
On the draw, Ajayi. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Hey, Charlie. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Who that? Say go.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yard.
10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Shit. Monday.
Out of the gun, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Check out. Right, 40. 11. 3 down.
On 1st down, it's Love. Wilson's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On 1st down, it's McCoy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's get that ball, Gino. Let's get that ball right here.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Play action. It's locked. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 48. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's a Giant. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23.
Recon, 152 fighter.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All day, every day, any day. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now Jones, off play action. That's complete to Slayton. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
We got this. No. Off. Ready.
They'll try to run with a Giant. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Jay Ajayi, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you.
back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 50.
This is Freeman. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Max 50, in your face.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Gonna look deep for Will. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Lorenzo Carter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
52 is the mic right here over there.
Jones now, off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And an alley to run. 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jones operating from the gun. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Jones. And Tate's got it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. From the gun, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Hey, 50's a mic, 50's a mic. Come on.
After the interception, it's Love. Going deep here for punt. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Bucky Hodges with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Motion.
Again, it's McCoy.
Come get some. Come on here.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now Luck. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Parker unable to get that one.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
33 yards that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. On the delay, here's Ajayi. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
3 down, 3 down. Check, go get him, go get him, go get him.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
We take a win. 11. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Man out. Check 24, check 24. 12. What do you want?
On third down, here's McCoy. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. Here's Matt Hawk now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he fields it cleanly. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Dolphins, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.